Hey, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. I'm Jabin Postal, and today at the grill we're cooking up a whole top sirloin cap or picanha using the pit barrel cooker, and it is so good. And so just like always, I'm going to put all the show notes as well as the full recipe in the description box below, so make sure to click down there to see everything that you need for this cook. Also, if you like what we're doing on this channel, consider subscribing for more great barbecue recipes, tutorials, and reviews. Now than that, let's get into the cook. As I said, welcome back to Postal Barbecue. I appreciate you being here. Today we're going to be smoking up this intact full top sirloin cap, but you may know it as picanha, and this is the cut that is so popular down in Brazil. They cut it into steaks, they put it onto skewers, and let me tell you, it's just delicious when you do it that way. And so today I'm going to be cooking it in whole in the pit barrel cooker. And you know, I actually did have another style of cook planned for this top sirloin cap, but when I brought it home from the butcher and I looked it over, I could see that, you know, it isn't what I was looking for. You know, you can see that the fat has been cut. It's not the greatest condition. We have some sliced sections from the butcher, and so I figured, hey, let's smoke it up in the pit barrel cooker, keep it whole, and have some fun with it today. And so this is actually a very simple cook. You don't need a lot of ingredients, so you don't need a lot of time. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to start by seasoning it with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to rub this all over. Flip it over, we'll do the same to the other side. Okay, and so to season this today, traditionally what you would use is a rock salt. Keep it really simple, allow that beefy flavor to really just shine through because there's so much flavor in this cut. But today, because we are keeping it whole, I'm gonna use my Mad Cow beef rub just to add a little extra flavor to this. And so we're gonna go ahead and place a nice generous coating onto the outside of this top sirloin cap because it's a large cut and it can handle a little bit extra seasoning. And if you're a picanha purist, go ahead and use that rock salt and keep it traditional. This is just how I'm doing it today. We'll press that rub into that fat cap a little bit and just look at the color of this. It's so great. When you use that Mad Cow beef rub, it just enhances the flavor of whatever you're cooking so much. It's so good. All right, so with our picanha all seasoned up, I'm gonna take my meat hook and I'm gonna place that into the thickest part. All right, that's in there. And so next I'm gonna add in my Meter Plus. I love using this when it comes to using the pit barrel because there's no wires, it's super simple. We'll place this into the thickest part of the meat. There we are. And so with everything seasoned and ready to go, let's go ahead and get the pit barrel set up for cooking around 275 degrees. So to set up our pit barrel today, I filled up the charcoal basket about halfway full, and then I filled up another small chimney basket of unlit briquettes, and I got those coals fully lit. Once those coals were fully lit, I then dumped them into the pit barrel cooker on top of those unlit briquettes, and then I closed the lid and let the pit barrel finish coming up to temperature. So with our pit barrel all set up for cooking around 275 degrees, let's go ahead and get this picanha hung into the barrel. There we go. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to place in a little bit of hardwood. This is some cherry wood. We'll place that directly onto the coals. And then we're going to quickly close up the pit barrel, and we're going to begin cooking this until it reaches the internal temperature of around 125 degrees. So we've been cooking in the pit barrel cooker for about 1 hour and 10 minutes now, and it's been rock steady around 275 degrees the entire time. And our Meter Plus has just notified me that this picanha has reached an internal temperature of 125 degrees. And so we're going to open up the lid and give a final reading using my THERMAPEN. Guys, just look at that color. Wow, it looks so great. All right, we'll read this. It's reading 126. And so this picanha is all done. So I'm gonna pull it off the grill and we'll get ready for the taste test. In just over 1 hour, this whole picanha is all done. I let it rest for about 10 to 12 minutes just to allow those juices inside to settle down a little bit. The smell back here is phenomenal, and I can't wait to dive into this. And so let's slice into it. When it comes to slicing this cut, it can be a little bit tricky. Today I'm going to be cutting it against the grain because I'm going to be slicing it a little bit thinner. If I was to cut it into thicker steaks, I would cut it with the grain so that my next cut is against the grain. And so just be mindful when you do go to cut your picanha. So I'm going to cut it, the grain is running this way here. So I'm going to cut it like this. Here we go. Just look at how juicy this is. Wow. All right, I'm gonna grab this piece right here. We have a good amount of fat on the outside, and you wanna eat the fat with it because that's all part of the experience and the flavor. And so let's go for the taste test and see how we did. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. It's so tender. Guys, this is unbelievable. It's so juicy, it's incredibly tender, and it has such a nice beefy flavor. It's no wonder they call it the queen of steaks. You know, using that Mad Cow beef rub is really just helping to amplify that beefiness. You also get a little bit of that pepper flavor that you're looking for. You know, if you've never tried picanha before, make sure to give it a try because it has the tenderness of like a filet mignon with the flavor and richness of a ribeye because of that fat that's on the top. You know, and it's so good when you do it a whole like this, especially when you pair it with the pit barrel cooker. This is such a great way to cook this cut of meat. I'm gonna keep going with this, and I hope you give it a try because it is phenomenal. It's tender, juicy, and incredibly flavorful. This whole smoked picanha in the pit barrel cooker might just become your new favorite thing. Hey, if you want to see more barbecue videos just like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. Also, special thank you to all my patrons out there who help support this channel every single week. Until next time, keep that fire lit and get cooking.